Well, I was teaching choir for about 12 years before coming to Buchanan. And the school I was at before coming here was Fresno High School. And I was ready to stay there for a long time.
King of kings, forever and ever.
Somebody from Clovis called me up and said, hey, we're building a third high school. We have Clovis High, we have Clovis West. We're building this brand new high school called Buchanan. Would you be interested in interviewing? And I thought, hey, okay, so I did. And I didn't really think much of it and didn't think I'd get the job, and they hired me. And that was 26 years ago, and I've just stayed here all that time. So.
If I were to sum up Mr. Bergman in a few words, it would be entertaining, driven, extremely sarcastic, and focused. There we go.
I will describe Mr. Bergman in a few words as a great, passionate, understanding teacher.
I probably would still teach. I mean, I'm getting older, and most teachers retire about this time, and it makes sense to do that. But I'm not retiring because I don't like it. I enjoy this a lot, but I'd still like to have some time with my wife and my family, and so I just felt like this was the time. Well, in this class or in this school, probably the proudest moment was 2006. Took a choir that did a really difficult piece of music. And they worked and worked and worked on this piece. And when they finally performed it for the first time, and it was so well done, the audience just came to their feet instantly when it was over, standing ovation, and all the kids in the choir started crying. It's great. And it was just a really moving, emotional moment. And I still remember that. That was probably one of the proudest moments.
Mr. Bergman, thank you so much for everything you have done these past 4 years, even though it's been a little bit longer than that. But hey, you were one of my favorite teachers of all time. I will never forget my time in choir throughout high school. Thank you for letting me into chamber and concert choir. I'm gonna miss you, and thank you for some of awesome memories.
I will say to Mr. Bergman that I appreciate all that he's done for me. He's been there for me through the toughest times of my life, and he's been there for me when my life turned totally around and I went into a beautiful home. You're the best teacher I ever had.